Hello, it's Rashida, and I am back with a Project Life Process video finally. So today I have pulled a couple of things from Basic Gray. I think I have some October Afternoon letter stickers, some pink paisley tabs from my older collection, and the 6x6 paper pad from Crate Paper. And so I'm going to use this 8.5-inch Tim Holtz tonic trimmer that I picked up about a month ago, and one of the little rubber feet fell off as I was taking it out of the box, but it's not an issue because it just slips right in. So I guess they have made those removable in case you don't want them on there, but I think it works great to help the trimmer not move and have it stabilize while you're working. So I'm going through this Crate Paper 6x6 paper pad, and I'm going to trim down this Basic Gray paper to accommodate this photo pocket size, which is I think about 6x12, but I have to trim it a little bit larger. I think I ended up trimming it maybe 6.5 or so, because it's, as I've said before in previous videos, this pocket size, it's a little bit larger than 6x12, and so I already knew with the large photo that I needed to adhere it to take up more space in the pocket so the photo doesn't, just fall out of the pocket. So I'm using my adhesive from Tombow. It's the Tombow Stamp Runner, which they don't make anymore. So I'm just still using the one that I have. And as far as this Tim Holtz tonic trimmer, I really like it. I like the fact that it's a guillotine trimmer, and I feel like it's a more precise cut. The only thing is I had to make sure that the guillotine lever was all the way up so I could get my paper to the very top, if you know what I mean, so that I could get a more precise cut or precise measurement. So what I'm doing now, this is relatively my process. So when I'm not on camera, I print my photos, and just for reference, I printed my photos on Kodak paper that I picked up from the Dollar Tree, and I'll show you the paper in a few minutes here in the video. But I picked it up from the Dollar Tree, and I printed my photos on my Canon Pixma home printer, and I really like the quality of the photos. I'm assuming it's from the paper. I had no issue with the paper at all. It's kind of a glossy, semi-gloss paper, and it really kind of brightened up my photos. So anyway, I'm adding my photos to the pocket, and let's see what else. With these photos, I use the Project Life app, and you can go into the Project Life app and you can create like a picture collage, and you can choose what size photos you want. Now there's a learning curve with me in printing with the Project Life app, because my photos printed larger than I thought, and they're not precisely 4x6. They are smaller but wider, if that makes sense. So, which I didn't mind because I wasn't going to reprint, and I really like how they turned out on that Kodak paper. So I am trimming up this 12x12 paper from Basic Gray, and I'm just turning these into little die cuts and just getting that down. And this is just a picture of me that I took in the dressing room when I was out shopping one day. So I'm using these Crate Paper stickers. These stickers came from Big Lots. I don't know if you saw the little orange sticker at the top, so I'm assuming I've had those for quite some time, but I really like them. And I know this is the time of year when a lot of stuff has been released from the previous Creativation / CHA or whatever, and this is when I like to go back and re-familiarize myself with stuff that I already have. And don't get me wrong, I do like all the new stuff, and not that I don't purchase any new things, but I kind of like to go back and look at some of the older things, because a lot of it just, it still makes sense. It's still relevant and it still can be used. And so I'm going to use it. So, along with my process, after I get my photos adhered and onto the 4x6 cards or papers or whatever, I still like to go back and put them into the pockets. And I know it's a lot of back and forth, taking the pictures out or taking them out of the pockets, etc., etc. But that's how things kind of come together for me, when I visually see how they look in the pockets, and then I can start adding stickers or stamping or whatever. So that's pretty much what you're going to see. Nothing has really changed with my process. It's really just different photos this time. Probably the same people, but just different photo circumstances. So I am going to turn this little die cut piece. It's already in like a banner shape, and it says something cool, which is relevant to this picture of snow. And these photos, they cover January and February of 2018. And I went off to get my acrylic block because of all the stuff that I have around me. As you can tell, I didn't have my acrylic block. And I'm also filming this in a different location, and so my camera is not really set up like it should be. So yeah, there's going to be a lot of back and forth with me going to get stuff. So I went and got my tiny attacher, because that is really good to have. That's one of my most used supplies, that tiny attacher. So, and yeah, so it's just typical things like documenting the Twilight Zone again, because I watched that in like every New Year's Day or New Year's Eve or whatever, and just food and Costco with my mom and family photos. So the usual stuff. Now these are old basic gray stickers. I don't even know what collection they're from. Oh, I think that one, yeah, I can't tell. But a lot of the things, the basic gray things, I found it Tuesday morning. So, and these are October afternoon letter stickers. So what I wanted to do is spell out teriyaki chicken, and I went to go get my little crafty tweezers to put down the letter stickers, but it was just easier to just use it without the craft tweezers, because I really don't like those that you see right there on the right. They don't work too well. So I had to go and figure out how to spell teriyaki to make sure I spelled it correctly, because it was not looking right as I was placing the letter stickers down on the photo. So I had to do a quick spell check. So I wanted to add a little bit of red to the top of that photo, because there's pop of red here and there on the photos. And later on, I'm just going to add a date to that sticker. I do like to go through and date my photos. I don't date every single one, but I feel like if I have a few dates here and there, just on a couple of photos, if someone's flipping through my album, it will give them an idea of where I was at in this stage of project life, or what was going on. So I'm using this VersaFine Clair, sorry. I really like it, and that's the photo paper that I'm using, the Kodak or Polaroid. It's Polaroid photo paper that I got from the Dollar Tree last year, I think. So that's a Studio Calico stamp that I stamped using the VersaFine Clair, and I'm trying to see if I can tell a difference between the VersaFine and the Versa VersaFine Clear, if I'm pronouncing that right. Yeah, it really works the same. I think to me, the VersaFine Clear, it stamps more like a pigment ink to me. Oh my goodness, what am I doing? I don't know what I'm doing down there. Sorry. Um, so yeah, and it stamps really good on photos, at least on this photo paper, and also on the stickers as well. So at this point, I think it's just a matter of, oh yeah, I'm going to add some wood veneer to this photo because I give this meal, and then I'm just going to fill in the stars using this, is it Nuvo adhesive? I really like this adhesive, and to me, it's almost better than the Tombow Mono adhesive glue. And the reason why I say that for me is because it has this thin nozzle at the top, so you can squeeze out as little or as much as you need to. And I'm just adding that fresh wood veneer. I think that's from an old Studio Calico line. So yeah, so now I'm just doing journaling, and this is usually my last step when I'm working on project life layouts, is the journaling. And I'm using this Artline silver metallic pen instead of a white gel pen. I'm using this, and it works just as well on a dark surface, on the photo. So I really can't tell that it's silver. It kind of comes off white. And I'm just going to stamp this Kelly Purkey stamp that says today, and just turn that into a die cut. So yeah, you can see that VersaFine Clear, it really gives good coverage. So yeah, I think that is going to be it. I'm going to add some washi tape to the edges of the page protectors where the holes line up, and I'll repunch the holes. So thanks for watching, and thanks for spending time with me today. Bye bye.